It's impossible to beat procrastination because procrastination doesn't exist. I'll try to explain what exists, but maybe just a little bit later. I'm joking, of course. I'll tell you right away because we are not allowed any procrastination here. So procrastination doesn't exist. You probably think that's an outrageous idea. After all, if you do a simple YouTube search, you'll find a lot of videos about it. And TED Talks too. Actually, I watched a TED Talk on the topic just before recording this video. And it was a really good video. Very intelligent, very funny, very informative. They describe a behavior they call procrastination. And it holds some truths and it describes some real situations. Except, what they call procrastination is not procrastination at all. The problem is they only show you an angle, and sadly it's the wrong angle. So what's the right angle? Let me present a scenario to you. You have 2 days off. You wake up in the morning and you feel a little bit hungry. So you think, let me curl up in bed for just a little longer. And after an hour spent snoozing blissfully, you think, let me now see what is on the TV. Let me take it slow, it's my day off, I'm not in a hurry. So you put the TV on. And wow, it's your favorite movie. Well, nowadays you can just pause the movie. But if you are from my generation, we didn't even have remote controls as we were watching our black and white TV screens. So you watch the movie, then you feel sleepy again, and you think it would have been so nice if I had a boyfriend or a girlfriend to bring me some breakfast in bed. And you give yourself to this sweet dream, and you fall asleep again and continue dreaming as you sleep. And then you wake up. And then you are really hungry. And I mean hungry, starving. And I mean you're ready to commit a crime. You're that hungry. You know, in the TED Talk, the speaker called Tim Urban was giving an example how he had 1 year to write his thesis. But then he had 6 months and then 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. And now he had to not sleep for 3 whole days so that he can finish it up. It's the exact same situation with your hunger. Now you get up and you realize that the fridge is empty. You have to cook, but you first have to go to the shop to get the ingredients, or you have to order the takeaway, but then you have to wait for someone to bring it. So do you slowly pick up the phone and take 36 minutes to choose from the menu? Or do you slowly stroll to the shop, hesitating if you should buy this cheese or this one? Or do you run to the shop and you fill up your trolley as if it was the Third World War coming? And you have to store some food in case the electricity cuts off or the roads get closed down. And if you are like me, you also get some snacks to eat as soon as you get out of the shop. Or you even take a bite in the shop and then pay at the counter showing the empty packaging. I do this sometimes. So where has your procrastination gone? It doesn't exist when you're hungry, does it? So then what exists? The hunger, the desire. That's the difference. Before, you wanted to eat, but you also wanted to snooze a little longer. And you wanted to watch your favorite movie. You wanted, but not as if the world was ending. Now, you know the true meaning of wanting, right? So if you are expressing the behavior people call procrastination, don't look at the top of the hat. Look beneath it. See what hides beneath it. And I might not know what your exact situation is, but what I know is that it always comes down to one of two things. You either don't want the thing you are procrastinating on, or you do want it, but you want something else more. See, there are two types of desires, and they are both real and both good. One is the passionate desire, like I'm hungry, I really passionately desire to eat. Then there is the not passionate desire, but just because it's not passionate, it doesn't make it any less valuable, because it's the actionable desire. You don't passionately want to go shopping or cook or wait for the takeout delivery, but you desire to do it because it's the only way that you can fulfill your passionate desire. See, these two desires are like the female and the male energy. And I'm not talking about men and women here, please don't get confused about this. Male energy is the seed that initiates. Female energy is the egg. It completes. It gives the conditions for the seed to grow. If you want to give birth to anything in life, you need the seed of inspiration and passion which comes with joy. But you also need the 9-month pregnancy that comes with anything but joy. And you have to equally desire both those things, or your birth will never happen. So if you are at work and you are procrastinating on a task, you simply have no desire to complete it. Neither passionate nor actionable desire. And even if you force yourself to do it, you do the actionable desire, but the passionate desire is missing. So you get no happiness out of it, no fulfillment out of it. You get tired, drained, and resentful. So there are two ways to deal with procrastination. Way one is to do the actionable desire even though the passionate desire is missing. You get no happiness out of it, but you get your salary at the end of the month. So you get paid for your work. Or way number two, do the actionable desire as a direct consequence of your passionate desire. Then you get rewarded with happiness and sense of fulfillment. And I'm not saying that you should leave your job, but what I'm saying is that you should revise and review any area where you experience the behavior people call procrastination. Maybe you should stay at your job, but ask to be moved to a division that you find more interesting, enjoyable, more in line with your inclinations, interests, and skills. Or maybe you should ask for a promotion so you get a new target to work towards. Or maybe you should move to a different job. Or maybe you should learn new skills so you can implement them and your job will get better. This way your task will no longer be something you fear. See, procrastination is not laziness. Procrastination is fear. But that's a whole another topic and I will discuss it in another video. I'll finish up with the words I heard from a wise man who is also my mentor. He always says that it's a spiritual law to never add time. What people call procrastination is adding time. The problem with adding time is that time always comes paired with space. It's always space and time. And the moment you add space, you lose the energy. Why? Because time and space are part of this physical world, and this physical world is limited. So by adding time, you put yourself into a limitation. Again, this is a very big topic and it deserves a separate video. So please like and subscribe so you won't miss it when I post it. Thank you so much.